If you went back in time and watched a professional football match in 1990, you would be incredibly bored. Seriously, we idolize the past, but back then, teams were legally allowed to kill the game, wasting time for up to 80 minutes straight. That is, until one single rule change completely broke the sport, caused pure chaos on the pitch, and accidentally invented the modern game you watch today. And the craziest part? The immediate aftermath made professional players look completely lost. I'm going to show you some of the most embarrassing goalkeeping blunders in history in just a minute. But to understand why this rule changed everything, you have to see just how unwatchable football was about to become. The year was 1990. The World Cup in Italy is often remembered for Gaza's tears and West Germany's triumph. But tactically, it was an absolute nightmare for fans. The rules at the time stated that a defender could pass the ball back to their goalkeeper, and the keeper could simply pick it up with their hands. Opposing team pressing you? Pass it to the keeper. Want to run down the clock with 30 minutes left? Pass it to the keeper. In one infamous game during that tournament, Republic of Ireland's goalkeeper Packy Bonner held onto the ball for almost 6 solid minutes of game time. 6 minutes of millions of fans watching a man hold a piece of leather. FIFA was panicking. Television audiences were tuning out. The sport was literally dying of boredom. They needed a fix, and they needed it fast. But absolutely nobody was prepared for the absolute disaster class that was about to unfold on pitches around the world. In the summer of 1992, the International Football Association Board dropped a tactical nuke on the sport, the back pass rule. The new law was simple. If a player deliberately kicks the ball to their own goalkeeper, the keeper cannot use their hands. If they do, an indirect free kick is awarded right inside the penalty area. Imagine being a professional goalkeeper in 1992. For your entire life, your feet were just used for standing and launching goal kicks into the stratosphere. Suddenly, you were expected to control the ball under heavy pressure. The opening weeks of the 1992 season were pure comedy. Defenders forgot the rule and passed it back, leaving keepers desperately trying to header the ball or clear it with their shins. Professional athletes suddenly looked like Sunday league players who had a few too many pints the night before. Goalkeepers were slicing clearances into their own nets, missing the ball entirely or passing it straight to the opposition striker. But as hilarious as this chaos was, this single rule secretly laid the foundation for the greatest teams in modern football history. Because goalkeepers could no longer just pick the ball up, they were forced to learn how to play football. The goalkeeper was no longer just a shot stopper. They became the 11th outfield player. This birthed the era of the sweeper keeper. Legends like Manuel Neuer, Alisson Becker, and Ederson wouldn't even exist without the 1992 rule change. Because keepers learned to use their feet, teams could suddenly build attacks from the very back of the pitch. But remember the modern tactical phenomenon I mentioned earlier? Here it is. Because defenders couldn't bail themselves out by passing to the keeper's hands anymore, it gave birth to the high press. Attackers realized that if they aggressively chased down defenders, the defenders would panic and make mistakes. Klopp's gegenpressing, Guardiola's tiki-taka, the high-octane thrill of modern football. All of it traces back to the moment FIFA said, "You can't pick that up anymore." The 1992 backpass rule is the ultimate proof that sometimes a little bit of forced chaos is exactly what you need to trigger a revolution. It took a few years of embarrassing blunders and sliced clearances, but it turned football from a slow, time-wasting chess match into the fastest, most beautiful game on earth. But I want to turn it over to you. If you were given the absolute power to add or change just one rule in football today, what would it be? Get creative and drop your wildest rule changes in the comments down below. I read every single one. If you love this dive into football history, smash that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the next tactical breakdown, and click the video on screen right now to see exactly how the sin bin rule is about to shake up football all over again. See you in the next one.